You ever notice things suddenly slow down just as you thought your relationship was taking off? Many men experience this confusing moment, but few realize it's actually a natural test. Women instinctively pull back early on, not to play games, but to see how you'll respond. This isn't about manipulation, it's about understanding who you are under pressure. In this video, we'll break down why women test men, what these tests really mean, and how you can handle them with confidence. Let's start by understanding the psychology behind the pullback. Pullback test is one of the most common ways women gauge a man's character. Suddenly, she might seem less available, slow down communication, or take longer to reply. This isn't always a conscious decision. Often it's an instinctive reaction when she feels she's figured you out too quickly. The mystery fades and so does some of the excitement. But here the key, this is not a rejection. It's an opportunity for you to show your true value and how you handle uncertainty. When a woman pulls back, it's often because she senses the man has become too predictable. She feels she knows everything about him and the excitement starts to fade. This unconscious signal is her way of testing whether you'll react with confidence or desperation. If you chase harder, you may seem needy. If you handle it well, you become more attractive. Recognizing this signal is the first step to passing the test. Many men fall into the same traps when faced with a pullback. They might double down on attention, send more messages, or try to win her back with grand gestures. Others swing the opposite way, acting distant or playing games. Some even issue ultimatums or apologize excessively, hoping for reassurance. These reactions often backfire, making you seem less confident and more desperate. Let's look at these mistakes in detail. Desperation spiral happens when a man tries too hard to regain a woman's attention. He might bombard her with texts, compliments, or gifts, hoping to win her back. Unfortunately, this only signals insecurity and neediness. Instead of reigniting attraction, it often pushes her further away. The more desperate you appear, the less desirable you become. It's important to recognize this pattern and avoid falling into it. Another common mistake is crumb-chasing, where a man alternates between giving space and overreacting when she reaches out. This hot-cold behavior creates confusion and instability. While it might seem like you're playing it cool, it actually shows a lack of self-control and emotional maturity. Women pick up on this inconsistency, and it can erode trust and attraction over time. Issuing ultimatums or repeatedly apologizing is another pitfall. When a man threatens to walk away or begs for reassurance, it signals low self-worth. Ultimatums rarely work unless you're truly willing to follow through. Excessive apologies, on the other hand, make you seem insecure. Both approaches undermine your value and reduce attraction. The key is to maintain your standards without resorting to emotional extremes. What many men don't realize is that women interpret actions beneath the surface. It's not just about what you say or do on the surface, like sending texts or planning dates. Women are tuned into the subtle cues, your confidence, your ability to handle uncertainty, and your emotional stability. This invisible game is always at play, and understanding it is crucial for building real attraction. Men often focus on visible actions, like how often they text, how quickly they reply, or how many dates they plan. But women are more interested in the invisible signals, your vibe, your energy, and how you handle setbacks. If you're calm and collected during a pullback, you send a powerful message of confidence. If you panic, the opposite is true. Learning to master both visible and invisible actions is key. But why do so many men fail these tests? It's usually because they try to make the relationship too predictable or secure. While stability is important, too much predictability kills attraction. Women crave a sense of challenge, tension, and unpredictability. When you remove all uncertainty, you also remove the excitement that keeps her interested. The goal is to strike a balance between security and intrigue. Uncertainty isn't about playing games or being unreliable. It's about maintaining a sense of mystery and challenge. When a woman can't fully predict your next move, she stays engaged and interested. This doesn't mean being distant or aloof, it means being authentic, spontaneous, and a little unpredictable. Embracing uncertainty is a powerful way to keep attraction alive. Attraction thrives on challenge and tension. When you present yourself as a challenge, not by being difficult, but by having your own life and standards, you naturally create tension. This tension is what keeps things exciting. It's the difference between a flat, predictable relationship and one that's dynamic and full of energy. Remember, it's not about making her chase you, but about being someone worth chasing. One of the best ways to handle a pullback is to avoid falling into predictable patterns. If she expects you to chase, surprise her by taking a step back. If she thinks you'll react emotionally, stay calm and composed. This playful unpredictability keeps her guessing and maintains her interest. The goal is to be genuine but not easily figured out. Playful unpredictability means you don't always react the way she expects. Sometimes you zig when she thinks you'll zag. This doesn't mean being erratic or unreliable, but rather keeping things fresh and interesting. When you're playful and spontaneous, you create an environment where attraction can grow naturally. It's about having fun and not taking things too seriously. Instead of seeing a pullback as a problem to fix, view it as an opportunity. This is your chance to show that you're secure, confident, and not easily rattled. When you handle a pullback with grace, you actually increase attraction. She sees that you're not desperate for validation and that you have your own life and priorities. This makes you far more appealing. Being magnetic means you draw people in naturally without trying too hard. You're comfortable in your own skin and you don't need constant reassurance. When you focus on your own growth and happiness, you become more attractive. Women are drawn to men who are self-assured and have a sense of purpose. Neediness, on the other hand, repels attraction. Mystery is a powerful element in attraction. When you don't reveal everything about yourself right away, you keep her intrigued. This doesn't mean hiding who you are, but rather letting her discover you over time. Share your stories and experiences gradually and don't rush the process. The more she wants to know, the more invested she becomes. When faced with a pullback, many men feel the urge to over-explain their actions or feelings. They want to clarify, justify, or apologize for things that don't need explanation. This often comes across as insecure. Instead, trust that your actions speak for themselves. Let your confidence and calmness do the talking and avoid the trap of over-explaining. Understanding the pullback as an unconscious test changes everything. Instead of seeing it as a setback, view it as a chance to grow and strengthen the connection. Every challenge in a relationship is an opportunity to show your best self. When you embrace this mindset, you become more resilient and attractive no matter what happens. Men who navigate pullbacks wisely create a sense of tension and desire. They don't chase or beg for attention. Instead, they maintain their standards and let attraction build naturally. This tension is what makes women want to chase you rather than the other way around. Remember, attraction is a dance. Sometimes you lead, sometimes you follow, but you always keep the energy alive. Sum up: women's tests aren't obstacles, they're opportunities. By understanding the pullback and responding with confidence, unpredictability, and self-assurance, you can turn these moments into powerful attraction builders. Remember, it's not about fixing her behavior, but about showing your best self. When you master this, you'll find that relationships become more exciting, fulfilling, and fun. Thanks for watching, and remember, the real test is how you handle the unexpected.